Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Minecraft. I got a cool map behind me. So, I did time lapse for you guys, and I'm sure by now you've seen it. We finished the wall! Yay! I don't know how good my time lapse actually was. I've never done one before. But I hope you guys liked it. If you have suggestions, let me know. So, I got this nice map, and man, I had to spend a lot of time staring at it. Because I didn't know what I was going to do with this castle after I figured out what the shape of this massive piece of chunk of land was from an aerial view. I was like, wow, this is awkward. How am I going to work with this? Well, I figured it out. I basically know how we're going to work this whole thing. I figured I'll just come over here and show you guys the wall. Actually, let's go over here and look at it. Give you guys a perspective of what it looks like from the other side as soon as I find something to fix this with so we can get across. There we go. Now you can really appreciate the beauty of this. If you guys remember from the pictures, we were going to do the Austrian castle theme of basically the high up walls that are basically part of the mountain. So this is what we got. I'm really happy with it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out or how it was going to look, but I'm quite surprised on actually how well it turned out. The tiering was definitely a good idea. I really think the tiering of it helped it out to taper it up. I'm kind of glad I didn't do more. I think 3 was just enough to give it that, look of tapering up from the bottom. And yeah, I got big plans for all this area, which I'm going to show you right now. Alright guys, here's the deal. So I got this cool aerial photo. I basically just built a really big tower and snapped a screenshot because I wanted to work on the castle and what we're going to throw in all of this area here. There's a lot of stuff here we can put in. So I spent a good amount of time thinking about this, probably way more than I should have. And I'm going to throw a whole bunch of stuff at you, and this is what I came up with. Lots of colors. Just kidding. So let's start with the bright pink. So over here on the sides, I talked earlier in the first episode that I wanted to widen the river. So what I came up with is we're just going to flatten the landscape. Somewhere around this level. I'm gonna take all the dirt, all this dirt over here. It's all going away. All this dirt. You guys get the idea. All this dirt's going because I'm gonna widen the entire river all the way back here. Up here in the front, I have wall ? I'm thinking about building a big giant wall across here to protect the main castle, and I'm only thinking about doing that because I switched the direction of where I wanted the castle to face. I originally was going to have this entrance over here, but I decided that I should have the entrance facing the city that I'm going to build, and since the city is that way over where the farm is, that's where the entrance is going to go. So I'm considering putting a wall back here just because, I have to think tactically. In case of an attack, the throne area and the living area is facing the water. Bombardment, it may be safe with the high walls. But I really wouldn't want to build a harbor off of here and then have some boat come up and, people come up here and kill my king or whatever, which is me. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. So I'm considering putting a wall down here. It's in the air. We'll start with the towers. We got 4 towers. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're just going to be basic towers. We're going to do square, probably, or square-ish towers. I don't know how high they're going to go yet. We'll start with this northern tower over here. I'm going to connect the barracks to it. It seemed like a good area. We can have a training court over here for the knights. And then here is going to be the entrance. And I'm actually going to have the entrance coming up. So it's going to start down here by the river. We'll have a bridge. And they will walk up through the mountain, up the stairs, and come out the entrance. I considered just building a staircase down, but off the outside wall, but I decided against that. And over here next to the other tower, we are going to have the church. The southern 2 towers will be connected to the wall, and then they are going to be connected by a sky bridge going all the way across, just so there's quick access. We're also going to have 2 bridges connecting from the mainland, which are going to go into the castle area. And for the castle itself, I bounced a whole bunch of ideas around when I was making this, and I opted on this one. I know you guys don't know what it's looking like from a top view, but I'll try to give you a perspective. The throne area, living area, basically giant tier, cylinder tower. I may tier it, I may not. I haven't decided. It's gonna have a pretty, I wouldn't say flat roof, more of like a dome type top. Definitely round though. Then we're gonna have the rectangle coming off here with a peaked roof. So it's gonna slant on both sides, and all the roofs I'm gonna do in nether brick. I'm 100% certain on that now. Nether brick all the way. We're gonna have 2 towers to the side, which is one's gonna be the enchanting at the top with the library, and the brewing wizard tower. And they will be connected by this walkway that will kind of just curve around the throne area. Because I thought about building one straight across, but I'm also trying to think of what it's going to look like. And I didn't think it would have looked right just having some weird straight thing across blocking the view of the nice peak tower. And I don't know how high the towers are going to be versus the peak. So I opted to just go around walkway. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these 2 sides yet. I have a couple ideas. Not sure. These front pieces are more of just decoration. I'm thinking about doing water coming out of them. Water or lava. Still not 100% sure what I'm doing with those yet either. As far as the interior of the whole thing, I'll work on that later. I have ideas, but interior for me is probably easier just after I build it. It'll just be easier. So this is basically what's going to happen, what I'm going to work on. I've already did a lot of the measurements with the blocks, so I know where everything's going to go from. So it'll basically look exactly like the picture right where all this stuff is. So that's basically that. So yeah, that's what we're doing with everything, basically. Well, I have your attention. I would like your opinion. So, if I'm going to build the wall, this is where it's going to go. From here, all the way to over there. because that part also sticks out. So we would have a fairly decent gap between the actual wall and this wall. I probably wouldn't even build it super high. I'd probably only go to about here, which is about 75. So about halfway up this. Let's just put a marker there. So I want your opinion. Should we build it? Should we not? Throw it in the comments below. You know, I always like your guys' opinion. And I guess I'll show you what I did earlier today. I went on a trip. I went on a long trip. I went all the way to Gelidus. Yes, that's a long walk. Why did I go all the way to Gelidus? Well, I went scouting, and I wanted to go find a whole lot of flowers because I want to do a garden, and I wanted as many of the flower types as I could find. Plus, I need them for the dyes, so I can make the carpets and the wools and stuff, and the clay. I got a whole lot of flowers while I was out. I got tulips, daisies, poppies, rose bushes. I found some dark oak saplings. Bought a dark oak forest, which would make me really happy. I got a whole bunch of mushrooms. Found some beetroot seeds, some cactus, some pumpkins, orchids, lily pads. Got everything I'm going to need. I know I'm still missing some flowers, but I am planning on going back out. Because I found something cool while I was in Gelidus. I found one of those big ice pillar places. I don't remember what it's called. It's got the big ice pillars sticking out of the ground all over the place. So I went and scouted that area out. But before I go back there and take some of the ice, because it's packed ice and I kind of want it for a future project, so I figure I might as well go get it. I need to wait for the leader of Gelidus to get on so I can ask him if I can go take it, because, you know, I don't want to just go grab it and then start another war. We just got done with one. We don't need another one. So I tracked him down. Well, not him. I tracked his home down. I don't even think he knows yet. Well, he probably will by the time this video comes out. But I left him a nice little parting gift box with some gifts from the savannah. I hope he likes it. And maybe it'll, convince him to let me go over there and take some of his packed ice and snow. So that's basically it for this episode. I'm not really going to do any major building right now. I've worked too hard today just trying to design this castle. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike button and tell me why. Make sure you throw your comments down below. Let me know if we should build the wall or not, and what you guys think of the overall castle design. If we should change anything or add anything. I'm always up for suggestions. I want you guys involved too. The contest is next week, so get those names ready. I don't know how long we're going to do it yet. I'm probably thinking like 2 to 4 weeks long to let a whole lot of people get involved. Make sure you subscribe for the daily content. Hit the little notification bell to get notified as soon as the new videos come out. And I will see you guys in the next episode.